Hello you guys, my name is Kim and bienvenidos to a timeless reading where we are going to find out 3 things. First, we will look into what offers and opportunities are coming your way, are being presented to you. Then we will find out what are the changes that you yourself are creating at this moment and what it is that you're doing to bring these changes about. And lastly, we are going to see what are the changes and or shifts that universe is creating for you and why. And to wrap up the reading, I will be pulling out extra oracle cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from spirit or from the universe for you. Okay, but now let us take a closer look at the representatives of each group so that you can get a feel for them and meditate upon them to see which one calls out to you. Okay, so starting off for group 1, we have this painting or doodle. For group 2 is this little doodle over here. And lastly, for group 3 is this peculiar symbol. Okay, so as always, take as much time as you need to meditate upon these paintings / doodles. And remember that the one that calls out to you will be the reading for you. But once you have chosen, please head on over to the comment section down below and or the description box where the timestamps for each group are provided so that you can skip right on over to your reading. Okay, but now that you have chosen, let's get right into your messages. Let's go. Hello you guys who chose group 1, bienvenidos to your reading. I have listed over here everything that we are going to cover in this reading, so I will start off by sharing with you what I picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. Once I have done that, I will shuffle the decks to find out 3 things. First, we are going to look at what offers and opportunities are coming your way. Then we will find out what are the changes that you yourself are currently creating in your life and what it is that you are doing in order to bring these changes about. And last but not least, we are going to find out what changes and or shifts is the universe going to bring into your life and why. And I will end the reading by pulling out any extra cards to get any last messages and or advice from spirit for you guys. Okay, but now let's get started. So for this group, I do get the feeling that soon, if you aren't already experiencing this, you are going to kind of hit a wall when it comes to either your work, your studies, your hobbies, your creative endeavors, or your psychic and or intuitive abilities. Because you are going to find that how you normally went about things is no longer going to work for you. For example, let's say if you normally channel messages through clear hearing, like hearing messages in your mind, and you have become accustomed to this, you now rely on this method of channeling messages, what you are going to find is that messages aren't going to come through in this form anymore, but rather they will come through in a different form. So like seeing visions in your mind's eye, or through sensations, or just this knowing. Yeah, so if you find that you are struggling to do things the old way, it is because there is a new way to go about it. A new way to connect, a new way to work, a new way to study, and so forth. So the more you try to do things the old way, the more you are going to struggle. So instead of trying to force for things to happen how they used to, you are being advised to explore, to test waters in a way in order to find out what the new method is, what the new form of connecting and or working is. And this could possibly be one of the changes that universe is bringing into your life. They're kind of, in a way, pushing you out of your comfort zone in order to discover new methods, or in order for you to create some range, like expand your skills or explore new avenues or new branches. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, okay? But now I'm going to move into the cards. So we will first look into what new offers and opportunities are coming your way or will be presented to you soon. So let's see. Ooh. So the first card, we have the 9th house with Jupiter in Sagittarius and the key term principle. And to clarify this card, let me pull out a tarot card. Okay, and how does this one want to fall? Wait. Okay, in reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse with Tyrant, Bully, and Bad Temper. Okay. Let me put it here. Because we do have the 9th house, which is the house of overseas travel, foreign culture, foreign language. And then we literally have this person who appears to be setting off on a journey. I do see you being presented with an opportunity to travel. And because we do have the sun and the moon showing up in this card, it makes me think of like a time difference. So this does appear to be a long distance travel. So you could be visiting a new country, a foreign country. The phrase culture shock is coming to mind. So wherever it is that you are traveling to or you're being given an opportunity to travel to is somewhere where the religion, the customs, the beliefs is so vastly different from what you are accustomed to. The vibe that I get with the King of Wands in reverse is of kind of needing to let go of everything that you know, of everything that you think you know, in order to be able to adapt to this new environment or be able to better understand the traditions, customs, and or beliefs of this new location that you are traveling to. Yeah, because the King of Wands in reverse, it's giving me this vibe of humility, of humbling yourself, of kind of letting go of the ego a bit in order to learn something new, in order to be taught something new. Because with principle, I do feel like what is being offered to you is not only an opportunity to travel, but it is also an opportunity to see for yourselves and experience firsthand what is out there. Like, to kind of discover what is the world like outside of your bubble or outside of your community. So it's an opportunity, an offer for growth, for personal growth. Because what I see happening is that a lot of questions are going to arise from you traveling to this new location. Questions that are going to have you questioning old belief systems or old way of doing things. And it's also going to have you questioning your priorities, whether what it is that you prioritize is really and truly of importance, whether it is something that you want to continue prioritizing. This opportunity to travel is not only to get you to experience a new environment, a new culture, just something different, but it's also to help you broaden your mind and to help you kind of reassess and or reevaluate your current life direction, your plans, and or your long-term goals. Yeah, because with the King of Wands in reverse, I do feel like if you do decide to take this opportunity or this offer to travel, you are going to come back as a completely different person. It's possible that even the way that you dress, the way that you speak, the way that you express yourself will change. So there's something very life-changing about this trip. For some, it might even be a kind of spiritual and or enlightening trip. What is coming to mind is the movie Eat, Pray, and Love. The character that Julia Roberts plays in that movie completely transforms throughout her travels. She kind of goes through a spiritual awakening while she's visiting all these different places. And she learns to let go of a lot of worries and or beliefs and or thought patterns that were keeping her from fully growing and or evolving into the next version of herself. Yeah, so this here is not only an opportunity to travel, but it's an opportunity to shed layers. It's an opportunity to kind of step into the next chapter of your self-evolution. So actually, for a lot of you, this could be an opportunity to not only travel and or visit one place, but to kind of go on this tour, on this world trip, possibly, where you will be visiting more than one place. The word pilgrimage came to mind, so some of you could be receiving an offer to go on a pilgrimage. Yeah, because this trip feels very spiritual in nature. If it doesn't start off or is intended to be a spiritual trip or travel, it will end up being that nonetheless. So I do see you also being immersed in a new philosophy, in a new religion, in a new spiritual concept, or a new belief system, or it could even be fully immersed in a culture, in a tradition, or possibly even in a lifestyle. What I'm seeing with the King of Wands in reverse is a more simplistic lifestyle, a more rich kind of lifestyle, but rich in value, rich in sentiment, rich in meaning. Yeah, so an example that is coming to mind, and this might be like a kind of drastic example, but let's say someone who was very, very materialistic, someone who was very into wearing the most expensive items or was always preoccupied about what was trending or what was trendy, is going on this trip only to discover that all of these things that they once cared for are things that really at the core mean nothing to them. Because maybe where they're from, all these things are so important, or it's made to seem as if it is super important, but where they end up traveling to, these things mean nothing. They say nothing about you, or about your worth, or your value as a person, or about your status. And so it's like a new perspective is given, a fresh new outlook on something that once seemed everything. And this new perspective allows for you to see that maybe what you thought to be so important isn't really so important after all, or it isn't as important as you were made to believe. Yeah, because it feels like your principles are changing. Yeah, and with this blue bird being here, that seems to be formed out of a constellation, I also get this feeling of releasing a lot of burdens or stressors. Yeah, because it could be that a lot of the things that you were prioritizing were things that were bringing you a lot of stress. Like going back to that example of a person who placed a lot of value on materialistic things. Maybe trying to keep up with the trends was super stressful because, trends, they're always changing. It's so fast paced, and trying to keep up with it can be quite overwhelming. And so letting go of the need to be always on trend would release this person of a huge burden. And I'm also seeing that from this travel or this trip, there's going to be a new sense of freedom or a new sense of independence or self-reliance. I do feel like this opportunity is going to come from a King of Wands in reverse. So this does feel like someone who is of authority or someone who has an important role of some sort. So this could be a boss, this could be possibly a professor, a teacher, a mentor, a guide. But I do feel like it is someone that you don't have a close relationship with. I do feel like this is someone that you rarely get to see or get to talk to. You do know them or know of them, and they do know you or know of you. But again, I don't feel like you're really close to this person. So that's why I mentioned this could be your boss, or it could be a professor, you know, like if you are a student, maybe a professor is letting you guys know about a traveling opportunity that you can take as students. It could even be like a religious leader or a spiritual leader, maybe that you follow or you sometimes listen to. Or you know what I'm even getting? It's like maybe you see an advertisement of like a tour or a trip. Something could be advertised to you and it kind of nudges you to kind of start looking into traveling. Or it could be that a colleague or an acquaintance or possibly a friend, you know, maybe not a very close friend, comes to you offering you an opportunity to travel with them, go with them somewhere. If you do get an opportunity to travel with someone, you know, like if an acquaintance comes to you asking you if you want to go on a trip with them, I do feel called to say that this person is not a super reliable person. Just, you know, like don't let your guard down. If you do decide to go on a trip with this person, don't rely on them or solely rely on them. You know, have your own itinerary, have your own maps, have your own guide if you can. Yeah, I would also advise to maybe not let this person, you know, like be in charge of purchasing the tickets or purchasing your tickets or lending any money to this person, because with the King of Wands in reverse, it is giving me this feeling of someone kind of being a bit careless or not being super responsible. So don't rely too much on this person. Make sure that you are prepared, make sure that you have all the information that you need, and maybe even think of it as you actually traveling solo, because I also get the feeling that this person might decide to go off somewhere else once you get to your destination. And again, if this person wants to kind of persuade you to go somewhere else that you hadn't planned, I would suggest to be wary of that. If you're kind of feeling a bit iffy about going off with this person, then I would suggest to trust your intuition and keep to your own schedule and keep doing your own thing. Yeah, because the point of this trip or this travel is not to bond with this King of Wands in reverse. It's for you to get to know yourself on a deeper level. So you stick to your plans, you stick to your itinerary. If there are some things that don't go according to plan, don't stress about it. I do feel like you will still have a really good time, or universe is going to like open doors for you. So for example, let's say you really wanted to visit a museum, but on that day that you plan to go visit this museum, the museum happens to be closed, then universe will kind of guide you or kind of give you hints that there is another museum down the street that you should go visit. It's like if things don't go according to plan, it's because they weren't meant to happen the way that you planned it. Because there is something else that universe wants for you to see or wants for you to experience. Yeah, if you can, just go with the flow. Allow yourself to be guided by your intuition, what you feel is right. So this King of Wands could be a fire, sun, moon, or rising, or have fire predominant in their chart. We do have like the energy of Sagittarius here. So they could be a Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising, but they don't have to be. The King of Wands is simply someone who can be quite impulsive. They can be reckless. a bit rude at times. They might want to kind of impose their own plans or their own personal agenda into things. So yeah, this King of Wands in reverse could be someone who tends to be a bit selfish or is too preoccupied on fulfilling their own personal agenda. So yeah, just be mindful of this King of Wands. But that's what I'm seeing for what offers and opportunities are coming your way. Like I said, this is an offer and opportunity that is being presented to you. Whether you accept this offer or take it, that is up to you. Yeah, but now moving on to what changes is it that you are currently creating in your life. So you yourself are creating these changes. Oh, okay. Ooh, so we have the 10th house with Jupiter in Capricorn and the key term control. So there's a lot of Jupiter energy in this spread. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth. It's also a planet of abundance and wisdom. So I do see you acquiring a lot of wisdom through this offer and opportunity that is being presented to you. And when it comes to the changes that you are creating a change when it comes to your status and or your financial situation. So I do see abundance when it comes to your finances, your wealth, and also your sense of fulfillment. But I do want to pull out a clarifying card for this control card. Is it? No. Wait, I feel like shuffling one more time. Oh. Okay, so clarifying card for control. Ooh, okay. So we have the Empress upright with nurturing, fairness, and growth. Yep. I do see you ascending and or leveling up when it comes to your career, your finances, your status. With the Empress card being here, and because we do have this energy of control, you are going to feel in much more control when it comes to your work, your profession, and or your studies. Like you're gonna feel on task, like you have everything under management. Or the other thing I'm getting is that you are becoming more and more familiarized with your work or more skillful at whatever it is that you do. Because what I'm seeing with these two cards is someone who has become a master at their craft, or they're pretty good at what they do. They are known as one of the best, or they are known as someone who is reliable, someone that you go to if you want a job well done. Yeah, so I feel like whatever it is that you're doing right now when it comes to career, studies, a line of work, creative endeavors, it's all leading you to becoming kind of the top dog or the top boss. Yeah, so I do see you achieving recognition or taking on a role or a position of authority. Yeah, because the 10th house could also pertain to authoritative figures. And we literally have Zeus in this card, who is the leader of all the gods and goddesses in Olympus. So I do see you taking on a leadership role, or like I said, being recognized as one of the best. You being a prominent figure. And this is the change that you yourself are creating. So I want to say that your efforts, your hard work, your dedication, your persistence, your commitment, your consistency is all working in your favor and is building up this success or this level of achievement or recognition for you. Like if you're currently a student, your dedication to your studies is going to pay off, because I see you graduating, possibly graduating with honors, because we do have someone here who's standing out from the crowd. Like Zeus is literally resting his feet on the world. So I do see you getting your degree, being certified, also being quite knowledgeable and or experienced. So if you have been taking a lot of internships or if you have been volunteering, all of that experience that you have accumulated, it's paying off because you're taking that with you, and you're taking that with you out into the world when you do start exercising or putting into practice your profession. And it might even be the thing that helps you get a higher position or helps you get a job fairly quickly or secures a really good position or a really good pay for you. Because we do have the Empress here. The Empress is all about abundance. So I also see financial wealth in the cards for you guys. That's the other change you are creating for yourself, like financial stability and financial abundance. If you are striving and are working to become financially independent, know that you will, that you are working towards that. That's the change you're creating for yourself. You will be financially independent. The Empress also makes me think of someone who has their own place. If your goal or one of your goals is to purchase and or have your own house, your home, I do see that in the cards for you. If you are currently working to open up a business of your own or start a business of your own, that's what I see for you in the future. And if you already have a small business, or if you are already self-employed and what you're doing is working to secure a good foundation like for your business, or kind of to make a name for yourself or make a name for your business, I do see that happening for you as well. If you've been working towards a promotion, I see that happening for you guys. Because this is all about leveling up, like bringing it up a notch. And I also get this vibe of like coming out of the shadows, like being seen, being in the spotlight, being known. So with the Empress being here in this energy of control, one of the other changes that you are creating for yourself is you having more responsibilities, or you having very important responsibilities. So for those of you who are self-employed or you have a small business, this is you having more work, or possibly your business expanding, so you have new responsibilities. You're overseeing a bigger kind of business, or you're overseeing a bigger inventory. Yeah, because the other vibe I'm getting, it's something that started off small. It's growing exponentially. So that's another change you are seeing for yourself. It's like massive growth in something that you've been working hard in. Yeah, so like let's say if you have a YouTube channel, this is your YouTube channel blowing up, or your YouTube channel gaining traction over time, resulting in a really big or popular channel, or you getting a lot of like sponsorships, or you getting a lot of emails and DMs for collaborations or offers for projects. Because the Empress gives me this feeling of overseeing, managing several things, but also having their own team. So you might even have your own team or people who will assist you to take care of the things that you prefer not to look into yourself because it only consumes more of your time. Yeah, so like if you have a small business, this would be a team that prints out the labels, or does customer service, or ships things out, like that kind of thing. Some of you could even be working to create your own brand. Yeah, and I definitely see you doing that. Yeah, but there is this overall vibe of something being solid or secure, like having a solid fan base or a solid clientele, a solid community, or having a secure job, or securing a job position, or having a secure income. Yeah, the vibe I'm getting is like someone who has earned their seat at the table, or who has a seat at the table. Yeah, and both of these people are sitting down. So again, it's reminding me of like having a seat, or like sitting at your throne, being crowned one of the best. I do feel like you guys are working hard. You're currently working hard. You're dedicating a lot of time to something, or you have dedicated a lot of time to something. And whatever it is that you've been working on, it's something I feel like you've been working on for quite a while. And maybe it's something that you haven't seen much traction with it. You haven't seen much improvement when it comes to it. Maybe you have seen some progress, but to you it feels like little progress, or it feels like you've just taken really small steps when it comes to this, or things are moving quite slowly. But the feeling I get with the Control and the Empress card is like everything is accumulating, everything is building up. All you've been doing is creating a very sturdy, very, very firm foundation in which to build your empire upon. And yes, you have been building your empire, and soon you will see the end result, the finished product, and you will be able to reap the rewards from it. And it doesn't mean that you won't still be working hard, because the Empress and the Control card, you will have a lot of responsibilities, important responsibilities, but I definitely see you feeling a lot more secure, a lot more stable, a lot more grounded. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting with these two cards, which is a beautiful energy. But now I am going to move into what changes and or shifts the universe is bringing in for you. So these could be like unexpected changes and or shifts occurring in your life. We do have the first house with Mercury in Aries and the key term restlessness. And to clarify, we have the Chariot upright with control, focus, and willpower. Ooh, so forward movement. There's a lot of progress and forward movement for this group. So Mercury is the planet of communication, and the Chariot here, it is about forward movement. So I do see communication coming in for you guys, important communication, or what I'm seeing here, it's like a channel of communication is opening up. So yeah, because I get this feeling of like back and forth communication, or communication coming from different places or through different means. And because with the changes that you are creating for yourself, we are seeing recognition and you being seen, you being acknowledged, or your work being seen or acknowledged. This could be that you are going to be receiving a lot of communication and or offers from different places or from different people. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like kind of like networking. Yeah, like you receiving calls, receiving emails, receiving DMs from all over the world. I did mention like sponsorships or you receiving offers for collaboration, and that's what I'm seeing here. And this does feel unexpected to me, because I feel like a lot of you will be quite new to this, or this will feel quite new to you, because it's possible that a lot of you are quite reserved, or you don't network as much, or you don't have many connections. And so what is changing for you is the amount of connections that you have. And I also get the feeling with Mercury and Aries that your communication skills are going to improve so very much. If you struggle with public speaking, or if you struggle with your communication, it might just be because you need more practice. Like you might need to practice more, like having conversations with strangers, or maybe practice sending emails. And what I'm seeing you getting is practice, a lot of practice. And I feel like what you might find unexpected is how quickly or how fast your communication skills improve, just with a little bit of practice, and how more comfortable you are with speaking with different people, or with sending emails, professional emails, or speaking with people on the phone, or having Zoom calls or Zoom meetings and things like that. Yeah, because I do get this vibe of like an entrepreneur or like a freelancer or possibly someone who's in the public eye, someone that needs to engage with their audience. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of communication and or networking for you guys, connecting with people from all over the world. This restlessness card could also indicate contact with the media. So for a lot of you who do have a social media presence, or that's what you're striving for, you could be connecting with other public figures or other people who also have a strong social media presence. And again, these could be the people that you are communicating with back and forth. Or the other thing I'm getting with restlessness is you getting interviewed or you appearing in the article of a magazine. But there's something about like written work. I'm getting like publicity because we also have the first house here, which is the house of self and how others see you or how you see yourself. Yeah, so I do see you getting a lot of attention, and I do feel like it's attention from the media or attention from like a social platform or attention from a community, possibly even like a field of work. This could even be like attention at a company or an industry. Yeah, because with the Chariot, the vibe I'm getting here, it's like focus. You are getting all this attention, and that could be a huge change and or shift and quite unexpected for a lot of you. All this attention that or publicity that you're getting. And so like the advice here is focus, don't lose focus, because I feel there is an encouragement to not get sidetracked, to not get distracted, to keep focusing on your career, keep focusing on your growth, keep focusing on improvement, keep focusing on doing you. Because what I'm seeing for you guys is that there's more growth to come. There's way more growth to come from this. And all this growth that you are seeing, you yourself have created it. You know, this attention here, this communication, it's coming from the universe. But it's also a result of all your hard work. You know, because this is kind of the baseline. The work that you've done, the changes that you have created for yourself are the baseline. Because we have this foundation, universe was able to bring this extra little energy in. And we literally have Mercury here facing Zeus, like two gods of Olympus. So yeah, this to me like feels extra. It is helping you because it's bringing more attention to you. But at the end of the day, what helped you get here was your own work and your dedication. So this is extra. So like it's important to, yes, pay attention to this, work with this energy, but don't pay so much attention to this because this is not what is keeping you standing. Like Mercury is kind of like air, you know, it's all around you, but it is in earth. It is in your foundation. This is your foundation. This here, the Empress is an earth sign. So keep your work in mind. Keep your growth in mind. Be disciplined is what the Chariot also asks of you, to be disciplined. And that's what I'm also seeing you doing because the Chariot did come up upright. So yeah, I do see you being quite focused in your goals, in your plans, in your work, and what it is that you're doing. With the energy of restlessness, I feel like universe, they're also bringing in this energy of, it almost feels like curiosity, restlessness, possibly even ambition. It's like a gust of wind. That's how it's coming through, like a gust of wind that they are sending your way with all of this energy. And it's kind of to push you, to motivate you, to nudge you to keep on going or keep the ball rolling. Yeah, because the Chariot gives me this feeling of like not slowing down. But not slowing down when it comes to your ambitions, when it comes to your motivation to keep doing what it is that you love, when it comes to you wanting to learn more and keep on growing. The vibe I'm getting here is like not settling for the fame or the recognition, but rather aiming for the growth, for the stability, for the experience, for the knowledge, for the wisdom. Aiming to help others or be an inspiration to others or be of guidance to others. That's what I'm seeing with the Chariot. And I feel like that's what universe is kind of like bringing in for you, that sense of like motivation, that inspiration. Yeah, so you might be feeling quite restless at times, or you might get these spurts of excitement and eagerness to want to get to work, or to try something new, or to collaborate with someone. Yeah, it's just feeling excited about your work or what it is that you do, or feeling excited about life. Because what I'm also seeing with the Chariot card is someone, also living their life to the fullest. Spending time doing what it is that they love that is separate from work or from studies. Someone who has their own hobbies or someone who has their downtime. I also feel like you guys might be writing a lot. Yeah, some of you guys might be writers, journalists, bloggers, but I do see a lot of you writing a lot. It could also be like writing a lot of emails or text messages, but I am seeing writing. Yeah, and the other thing I'm getting with Mercury and the Chariot is movement, like physical movement, traveling. We did get an opportunity, an offer that is being given to you by someone, but I also feel like the universe is opening doors, a lot of doors for you to travel. Short distance, long distance, but I definitely see traveling. And even like traveling online. So what I'm getting from that is just like meeting, connecting with people from all over the world through the web. Yeah, I'm also seeing like hotels or Airbnbs. So you could be staying in different places throughout a short span of time. So there's a lot of energy of travel for you guys. Yeah, the universe could just be opening a lot of doors for you, like one after the other, bringing in a lot of different opportunities for you, presenting you with different projects, different people whom you can work with. Yeah, like for this group, the vibe I'm getting is that things have been slow for quite some time, and then all of a sudden things just speed up, and it's like you're skipping stones. Things just start moving very, very quickly, very exponentially. And things start growing very exponentially as well. Or it might feel that way. Because I do feel like you have been building something, like there has been growth, things have been amounting, but maybe it hasn't been as obvious. Because it almost feels like quiet growth. And like once, it's like someone who has been quietly climbing a mountain, and then all of a sudden once they reach the top of the mountain, that's when all the noise happens. That's when everyone celebrates or everyone realizes that you are at the top of the mountain. Yeah, but I don't know why. I just get this feeling that universe is preparing you for something, or like they're opening all these doors of opportunity because it's like they're clearing the field for you, or like they're clearing the track for you. They're kind of working with you to get you somewhere. It's like we need to pass through all these checkpoints first. And because we need to pass through all these checkpoints first, they're just helping you to get through them quite quickly for you to get somewhere. Or it could be for you to collaborate with someone, for you to work with someone. Yeah, maybe you need to like meet all these people first before you get to the person that universe is eager for you to work with. Because it's like all these people that you will be working with, they will lead you to this one person, or it is through networking with all these people that you will be able to finally connect with this one person, or it could be a group of people. Oh, the other thing I'm getting is I feel like things are happening so quickly because I feel like this keeps you focused on you. Like it keeps you focused on your work, but it also keeps you focused on you. Because it could be that some of you guys tend to overthink a lot, or you might struggle with self-doubt or low self-esteem. And so, like, what I also see happening here is that your self-esteem is improving as well as your self-worth. And so it's like the more experiences you have, the more interactions you have, the more confident you become in yourself. Or if it's not you becoming confident, what I'm seeing is like you are feeling less and less self-conscious. Like, yeah, because I feel like some of you guys could be very self-conscious, and you can get caught up in that. Like you can focus so much on that you kind of shut yourselves off, or you're not able to shine as bright as you can. It's like universe is bringing all these opportunities to kind of get you out of your mind, out of your head, and into your reality, and kind of like back into your body, so that you can experience your greatness firsthand instead of just looking at it from a very messed up lens. Because I feel like you often see yourself from this very negative lens, and that doesn't allow for you to see the truth of who you are. And so what universe is doing, it's like they're bringing all these opportunities to get you out of your head, to get you out of this mindset of low self-worth and low self-esteem, to get you to pay less attention to your insecurities, so that you yourself can see what you're capable of, that you are a pretty amazing individual. Not just what you do, but also you yourself as a person. It's like they're building your confidence, like they're helping for you to build your confidence, for you to get like a good firm footing. And like once you have built enough confidence, or once you have become more grounded or feel more safe within yourself, feel more stable, that's when things might start slowing down. You know, we all struggle with insecurities and self-doubt, even the most confident of people. So that might still happen from time to time, but it won't be as intense as it used to be. Like, it won't tear you down, it won't push you down or keep you down for long periods of time. And like, that's the goal here. That's the goal. That's what universe is working with you on. Yeah, but those are all the messages I am seeing with these cards. When it comes to zodiac signs, we have Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aries. The Chariot is Cancer, and the Empress is Taurus and Libra, I believe. And then we also have like fire signs here with the King of Wands. So these could be important zodiac signs for some of you guys. I am seeing a lot of fire, Sagittarius, Aries, and then the King of Wands. But these could also be important seasons, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aries season. But just to get like any important like months, I'm gonna pull out some numbers. So yeah, so we have 10th. So the month of October could definitely be of significance. Yeah, we have June, and Cancer season is in June, so June could also be of importance. And last but not least, we have the month of February. Okay, but now I'm gonna pull out some extra oracle cards to get any last message, advice, or guidance from Spirit and or from the universe. So let's see. So we have, don't be a problem solver, be a solution allower. So with this image, I feel like if you are ever presented with a problem or a challenge, and if you feel called to, you can ask the universe for assistance, and they will come forth. Universe, your spirit guides, whoever it is that you resonate or connect to, they will come forth. And we did have a lot of like imagery of deities in this spread. So if you connect with certain deities, or if you ask the assistance of a certain deity, they are saying that they will come forth to bring you assistance and or to guide you. And I feel like for you guys, it's advice for you to kind of wait it out. Don't try to impulsively find a solution or fix things, because I feel like the solution will come to you, or things will fix themselves on their own. So don't rush into things. Don't act impulsively. Okay, and we also have, when you feel lonely, know that you are never alone. We are all connected through the harmony of non-physical energy that's always assisting you. Yeah, you're definitely being assisted and guided by light beings or spiritual beings. Spirit, in other words. And the last message we have, you already created what you want. It's waiting for you. Focus until you feel better, lighter, and then you believe, and then you know. Yeah, I feel like this is just further confirmation that you guys have already created your abundance. Remember, we got all this beautiful energy for what are the changes that you are creating for yourself. So whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest and or create, know that you are already creating it. I also feel like for you guys, to help you manifest faster, visualizing will be a great tool. Yeah, but these are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. If you are new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and a huge thank you to all of you who took a moment to watch the ads, since that is a simple way to support me and to support this channel. So if you did, know that I truly do appreciate it. Yeah, but that is all for now. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching, and until the next moment, bye bye. Hello you guys who chose group 2, bienvenidos to your reading. I have listed over here everything that we are going to cover. So I will start off by sharing with you what I picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. And then I will shuffle the decks to find out 3 things. We will first look at what offers and opportunities are coming your way. And once we have done that, we will then find out what are the changes that you are creating currently in your life and what it is that you're doing to bring these changes about. And lastly, we are going to see what are the changes and or shifts that universe is creating for you and why. And to wrap up the reading, I will pull out some extra oracle cards just to get any last messages and or advice from spirit. Okay? So let us begin. So for you guys, I get the feeling that your life is going to take a whole new direction. When I was tapping into this group's energy, I kept getting the feeling of someone getting ready for something. More like a group of people, a team was hastily preparing or making preparations for some big move or some big change. And I do feel like this group of people or this team was actually the energy of your spirit guides or your spirit team. Yeah, so I feel like your spirit guides are currently working behind the scenes to bring some major change and or transformation into your life. Some of you could be currently making some sort of transition, like for example, transitioning from one job to another or transitioning from one residence to another, or it could be something to do with your status, you know, like transitioning from being in a relationship to being single or from being single to being in a relationship. Yeah, but there is this overall feeling of you kind of transitioning from one phase or one chapter of your life into another. So if you are yet experiencing a transition, I do feel like soon, very soon, you will. And like I said, I did get the feeling of your life taking a whole new direction. Yeah, so things might not go according to plan, or something unexpected is going to come up that is going to change your plans entirely. And though it might be a bit frustrating in the moment, these unexpected changes, I do feel like they are for the better. They are leading you and guiding you to something great, something that you never expected, but you will be quite pleased with it once it does happen, or once you are experiencing whatever is in the works for you. Because your spirit team does seem pretty excited and pretty eager. And I also get the feeling like they're in a rush, like they are hastily making the preparations needed to create a smooth transition for you, or to put you on this new path, because it does feel like you will be walking on a new path pretty soon. Okay, but now I'm going to move into the cards, and actually looking at this image, it kind of reminds me, or it makes me think of like a reptile, like a tiny little dinosaur in an egg in incubation. So it's giving me vibes of creation, birthing something new, or like metamorphosizing. Is that a word? Yeah, so it could be that your spirit guides are making preparations for a new beginning or a rebirth. It's like you're this little dinosaur inside the egg and you're about to hatch, and your spirit team is preparing for your arrival. So it could be that a new version of yourself or a new aspect of yourself is about to be birthed or is about to be revealed. And universe, your spirit team is preparing for that. But now we are going to look at the cards. So we will first look at what opportunities and offers are coming your way. And these are opportunities and offers that are being presented to you. Ooh, that was fast. So we have the 4th house with Sun in Cancer and the key term resourcefulness. So some of you could be a Cancer Sun. If so, this is just here to serve as confirmation, but if not, don't worry about it. This is just here to represent the overall energy of the offers and opportunities coming your way. But now I'm going to pull out a clarifying card. It could also be that someone who is a Cancer Sun will be the one presenting this offer and opportunity to you. Or the other thing I'm getting is that Cancer season is when this offer and or opportunity is going to be presented to you. But we have the World upright with completion, wholeness, and end of cycle. Ooh. So first and foremost, with the energy of the World here, I do feel like you are about to end a cycle or you are about to complete a phase in your life, which makes sense because we did get that energy of going through a transition or you experiencing some transition pretty soon. So moving from one chapter and or phase of your life into another. And looking at this World card, it gives me the vibe of someone stepping out into the world. And because we do have the energy of the 4th house here, which is the house of home and family, it could literally be that you will be offered an opportunity to move out of your childhood home, or for those of you who are still living with your parents, you might soon be moving out of your parents' home and living on your own or finding your own place, because I do get this feeling of independence with the World card. The World card could also represent traveling, so some of you could be given an opportunity or an offer to travel around the world or to travel across the world. Yeah, and with this key term resourcefulness, it does give me this feeling of someone saving up or making some financial plans in order to travel or visit somewhere far. Yeah, because this to me feels like long distance traveling. And again, because we have this energy of the home, some of you could be traveling to visit family, or you could be invited to visit someone, like a friend who lives on the other side of the world from you. They could be inviting you to go visit them, and then that is an opportunity for you to travel. But the other thing I'm getting is that wherever it is that you're traveling to or visiting, it is somewhere that you will feel very at home in, or you will feel like you belong there, because the World also represents a sense of belonging. And then the Cancerian energy is all about feeling at home or finding somewhere that you feel safe in and comfortable being in. So if there is somewhere in specific that you have always wanted to visit because you feel connected to that place or it feels familiar to you in some way, that could be the very place that you will be given an opportunity to travel to or to visit sometime soon. But because we do have a crow in this resourcefulness card, and crows, you know, they like shiny things. They like to connect shiny objects, things that calls their attention. And then we do have an artifact here. It's making me think of collecting artifacts or collecting items that are valuable or mean something to you, that mean the world to you. Its value doesn't come from how much it's worth, but rather how much it means to you. Yeah, so with these two cards, I do get the feeling that some of you will be finding your place or creating your own safe and sacred place. The other thing I'm getting, it's like making a space your own. So an example that is coming to mind, it's like if you share a room with someone, you might be getting your own room pretty soon, or maybe you have been on the search for a house or for an apartment, and a place is going to open up pretty soon that is going to be perfect for you, and it's going to be very economical as well, because we do have this energy of resourcefulness. Yeah, the other thing I'm getting with the world, because it's making me think of travel, some of you could be purchasing a car, or you could be gifted a vehicle, or someone might offer you a vehicle at a really good price. Yeah, and then you having your own means of transportation opens doors of opportunity for you to visit new places, or for you to go on a road trip, or for you to travel and venture out into the world. Oh, and the other thing that is coming up is that some of you guys could also be relocating. And because we do have the world here, this could be relocating to another country, another state, somewhere far away, or that feels far away to you. I did mention that when speaking about transitions, how some of you might be transitioning from one residence to another. Yeah, so it's possible that some of you could be relocating pretty soon. It could have something to do with your job. Maybe you are offered a job somewhere else, and you're also offered a residence to live in, or you're offered to go on a business trip with all expenses covered. But the other thing that is coming up with these two cards is that something is going to be pardoned. More specifically, a financial debt of yours is going to be pardoned. Or you don't have to pay something in full, like a tuition fee, a loan, or a debt. Or the other scenario could be that you will be getting a full scholarship or full financial aid for something. For others, this could be indicating that you will be getting an opportunity to pay off a debt or a loan. And then that allows for you to save up money for something else, or that frees you of a responsibility, and then it allows for you to focus on other things or work for other things. Yeah, so if you have been saving money to pay a tuition or to pay off a debt, but then you're pardoned, you don't have to pay it anymore, you could be using that money to travel or to move out or to find a place of your own. The world is also making me think of like freelancing or investing or like passive income. And because I was speaking about artifacts, some of you could be selling artifacts or selling material possessions, or possibly trading it, and you end up getting a lot of profit from that. Yeah, because I keep thinking of like passive income with the world card. And the world card is also making me think of like having more time, having extra time, or having free time, or having extra money to invest in the things that you want. It could also be that some of you are creators, creatives, artists. Maybe some of you literally do ceramics or pottery, and you're making a lot of profit from selling your work, or maybe exhibiting your work or your art. Oh, and if you are artists or creators, with the world card, you could be given an opportunity or an offer to actually exhibit your work or to promote it like across the globe. So for example, if you are a musician, you could be getting an offer to perform at different cities, or you could be receiving an offer to go on a tour, a world tour. Yeah, but I feel like something that is quite valuable to you, something that means a lot to you, something that you poured your heart and soul into, is what is bringing these offers and opportunities your way. So for example, something that you yourself have created, something that you yourself have cultivated, something that you yourself have collected possibly. Oh, the other thing that is coming to mind with the fourth house being here is that some of you could be getting an opportunity to work from home, or you could be offered a remote job, or to possibly maybe teach online, or you could be getting an offer to take an online course at a discount or for a lot cheaper, or what's coming to mind is like a bundle, like 2 courses for the price of 1, something like that. And because we do have the world card here, it's like these offers and opportunities will allow for you to expand your knowledge about something, or will allow for you to complete something. So for example, if you get an opportunity to take an online course, maybe that's the course course that you needed in order to get certified for something, or the course that you need in order to expand your business, or to grow or level up in your career or in your profession, or to branch out. Yeah, but with resourcefulness, I do get the feeling that something is being offered to you at a much cheaper price, or you won't even have to pay because you could be getting financial aid, or you could be winning something, like winning an opportunity to take a class or to, go on site somewhere to learn something firsthand or experience something firsthand, or be winning an opportunity to get a one-on-one session with a mentor or with a guide. Yeah, so some of you could be literally winning a scholarship that allows for you to then go to school or go back to school or attend a university of your choice. A prestigious university is what is coming to mind. Yeah, I know those were several different interpretations, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's a package, This offer and opportunity will involve more than one thing. Yeah, like for example, let's say you get a scholarship to attend a university that is on the other side of the world. So you winning this scholarship is not you just getting an opportunity to attend a prestigious university, but it's also an opportunity for you to travel and to see a new side of the world, a new part of the world, and for you to experience a little bit of independence. Yeah, so it does feel like a package, like more than one thing, more than one opportunity or offer is included in this package. But with resourcefulness being here, I definitely do see you saving up some money, or you needing to spend or invest less money than you planned. Or it doesn't even have to do with like financial matters, but it could also be you saving time. Like for example, if you get a discount for an online course, you're not only saving money, but you're also saving time because this course is online, so you don't have to commute to a campus. Or if you are taking a remote job or an online job, again, the same thing, you don't have to commute to a physical location in order for you to do your job. So it saves you up some time as well. And also, if this has something to do with like passive income, you don't have to be working on this thing every day. You could just be doing one thing, one work, and it's profiting you even without you putting more into it. Like an example that comes to mind is a YouTube channel. You just have to post one video and then let it do its thing, and it could profit you for years to come, if it's doing well. Yeah, but that's what I'm getting with these two cards, because we do have a crow over here. Crows could be an important animal for some of you guys. They could be a spirit animal of yours, or crows also makes me think of like ancestors. So crows could be the form that your ancestors or your spirit guides take to communicate with you or connect with you in this physical 3D. Or crows could be an important symbol of good luck, fortune, and protection. So whenever you see crows, know that you are being protected, that you are being guided, or that an opportunity, an offer is about to be presented to you that is going to guide you in a positive direction. Yeah, because the other thing I'm getting with the world, it's reminding me of that message that came through at the beginning, your life taking on a whole new direction. So I feel like this offer and opportunity is going to open an entirely new door for you, and it's going to guide you on we literally have someone here walking on a path. This is going to guide you on a whole new path. Yeah, one that you didn't expect, that you didn't see for yourself. Like maybe you didn't expect for you to make so much money out of your work, your creative work, or out of your collection maybe. But then you do, and that leaves you with a substantial amount of money for you to invest it in a business, or for you to travel, or for you to find your own place, for you to settle down. Yeah, because I do get this feeling of some of you guys setting down roots somewhere. So you could be settling down a lot earlier than you expected is the other thing that is coming to mind. Like buying your home, your first house at a very, very early age, or retiring at a very early age as well. This could also be that a business that you started from home will open a lot of doors of opportunity for you to travel or to visit new places or to connect people from all over the world. It will also be the thing that will cover a lot of your expenses, or could be the very thing that will allow for you to purchase your first home or for you to live alone or be financially independent. Yeah, but now I'm going to move into what changes are you creating currently in your life. Ooh. So 2 cards fell out together, and they are, I don't know how to say this, like of the same suit. Both of them are associated with the moon. So we have the 12th house with moon in Pisces and the key term empathy. And we also have the 7th house with moon in Libra and the key term companionship. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out a clarifying card. Let me shuffle. Ooh, that was fast. So we have the Queen of Wands upright with passionate, take charge, and energetic. Ooh, I like this energy. So because both of these cards are associated with the moon, I do feel like this is also referring to a window of time. So from July to December could be an important window of time. It could be when you will be experiencing this change that I'm about to describe. Let me put this card first, this one. So with the 7th house showing up here, I do feel like partnerships and relationships are going to be super important, or it is in this area of life where you are creating the most changes in. And because we do have this energy of the Queen of Wands, which is a queen that I often associate with creativity, with creative endeavors, and so forth, I do feel like what you are kind of bringing in, attracting, or manifesting is collaborations and or business partnerships. Yeah, because with this energy of companionship, we do have these 2 hands shaking it out. I do feel like you will be working with others on projects, or you will be starting a business with a partner. And we do have 4 people here, so I feel like you will be collaborating with more than one person. And the people that you will be working with, a lot of these people will end up being great friends of yours, or you will end up having a long-term relationship with them outside of work. Because we do have in the 12th house card, we do have this image of a little boy with their canine friend, and it makes me think of loyalty, of a long-term friendship. Yeah, so the other thing I'm getting with these 2 cards is kind of like finding your community or establishing your community. Some of you could be literally creating your own community from the ground up. Or you could be connecting with members of your soul family or people that you consider to be part of your tribe. Yeah, because I'm noticing that all of these people have this thing around their waist. It's like the invisible string of fate. So I do feel like you are connected with these individuals spiritually, or you have a psychic link with some of these individuals that you will be working with. So you will feel a strong resonance with these people. You will feel strongly connected to them. And I feel with the Queen of Wands being here, these are people that are going to share your same level of passion or your same level of enthusiasm for whatever it is that you're working on together. These are people who are highly independent, or they are leaders themselves. They fight and stand up for what they believe in. They have really strong opinions, and they have a strong sense of individuality. Yeah, so these are people that stand out from the crowd or in a crowd. they take charge. They're highly motivated, highly ambitious, and very energetic as well. Yeah, so when it comes to working with these individuals, it would require for you to also be very confident in yourself and secure in who you are, and confident in your beliefs and in your ideas. Because like I said, these individuals are strongly opinionated. They know what it is that they want and they go for it. So they won't hesitate to bring their ideas forth and to take action towards them. So if you also want your ideas to be taken into consideration, it's important for you to speak up, or for you to advocate for your ideas and for yourself, for your vision. Because it's not like these people are going to intentionally ignore you. It's just that they are loud, they don't keep quiet. So it's kind of like these individuals expect for you to bring the same energy in, because they are down to listen. They are open to listen to your ideas. But if you keep quiet, if you don't say anything, then how will they ever know that you do have something that you want to bring to the table? And because this is a change that you are creating yourself, I do feel like you are attracting these people into your life, or you are kind of coming into union with these people because you are showing up in this energy of the Queen of Wands. Have you heard of that phrase, we attract what we are? It's like what you send out there, what you put out there is what you receive. So I am kind of getting this vibe of like the law of attraction or manifesting. You literally called these connections in because you were embodying this energy. It's like these people are a match to you. So what I can say when it comes to the changes that you are creating yourself is a change in your level of confidence, your level of assertion, your self-esteem, and so forth. And also a change in your level of passion and ambition. Yeah, because I do get this vibe with the Queen of Wands of someone being super ambitious, someone having big dreams, someone having long-term goals, someone having a plan. And with all this moon energy here, the moon is associated with the realm of emotions and feelings. It's about sentiment. So I do also feel like a change that you are creating for yourself is you connecting with a work that you genuinely feel passionate about. Something that you genuinely feel a personal connection to. Something that you are willing to kind of fight for and strive for because it fulfills you on a deep emotional and or spiritual level. It's not only for the financial profit, it's not only for the status, it's not only for the recognition, but it's something deeper than that, something more powerful. It's because you are truly invested in it, heart and soul. It's because it means something very important to you. This empathy card also speaks about an ability to know what it is that the public ones, or what it is that people are seeking, what it is that is going to be popular, what is going to do well. So with all these people here in the companionship card, and then with the Queen of Wands showing up here, I do feel like you guys are creators or creatives, or you could be entrepreneurs, you could be freelancers, self-employed, or work in the entertainment business, or maybe that's what you are going to end up doing, because I do see you connecting with the public or with an audience. I'm also seeing like a community. So with the empathy card, I am seeing that you guys are very empathic and empathetic. You are not only sensitive to the energy and emotions of others, but you also genuinely care for others and wanting to assist others. So the changes I see you making that bring about positive results is you showing more of your sensitive and caring nature. Because what I'm seeing in specific for those of you who provide a service or are in the public eye is that your genuine care and concern for your public, audience, customers, etc. is what will get you the loyalty and support of many. It will result in you having returning customers, a loyal fan base, or a secure following. So the action I see you taking that brings about positive change is you engaging and interacting with those you provide a service to, work with, or create for. by asking them what they like or what would help them or what would create a better experience for them. It is aiming to answer questions such as, how can I be of better service? Or how can I improve the quality of my work or service to create a better experience for my customers, viewers, followers, community, etc. So what some of you may be doing is connecting or strengthening the connection with your community, or simply forming a community. Your sensitivity, genuine care, and passion will be your strengths. So you working with these aspects of yourself is what will bring about these changes. It's knowing that it's okay to care and show that you care, because there will be many who will admire and appreciate you for it. Yet also, I feel called to remind you that having boundaries is important. It is okay to separate your private life from your work life. It's okay to say your limits as well. It's important to remember that we can't satisfy the masses. Also, that not every request, feedback, or opinion might be conducive to your growth. So know that it's okay to be discerning and selective when it comes to criticism and requests. Which ones you take, which ones you consider. Since the Queen of Wands reminds us that it's important to have autonomy. Yeah, but I do feel like a lot of you are creating a community or a group, a team, and you're the leader of this group or this team or this community. You're the one at the forefront, or you're one of the main leaders. Yeah, because this could even be like a group of leaders that you are a part of. But all this is happening because you are believing more and more in yourself. You are advocating for yourself and for your ideas. You are seeing that you do bring something to the table. You are seeing that your opinions do matter. You are seeing that you can create a positive impact in a community or in the lives of others. You standing more and more in your power is what is bringing these changes in. Because like I said, the people that you will be working with are people who are in this Queen of Wands energy. So the more you embody this Queen of Wands energy, the easier you will attract these people into your life. The Queen of Wands is also very courageous. So I feel like there could be certain ideas, business ideas, or just creative ideas that you have, or maybe even dreams, visions, and it's possible that you haven't yet started working on these ideas or bringing them to life because you are lacking courage. Or there is a fear of maybe going for it and not succeeding, or a fear of maybe putting yourself out there. And so what I feel will bring about these changes is you actually building up the courage to make these ideas a reality, or to pursue your dreams head on, because there is this vibe with the Queen of Wands of pursuing something head on, kind of knowing the risks, kind of knowing that yes, it's possible that if I put myself out there I will be judged, and most likely I will be judged. It is likely that not everyone that comes into contact with me or will know about me will like me, but still knowing that I am willing and ready to put myself out there. Still knowing that I am willing and ready to pursue my dream. And so what I'm seeing is that you gaining the courage to put one step forward, to venture out into the world, to expose yourself in a way, will bring about these changes, will bring about the offers and opportunities for you to collaborate with other people who are as courageous and as willing to pursue their dreams as you are. I don't know why, I just get the feeling that some of you guys might not think of yourselves as very ambitious or very passionate, but that's the thing that's changing. Because I feel like you are very passionate. You do have a strong drive and motivation. And a hunger, but I feel like you suppress it, or you downplay it, or possibly even fearful of it. And it could be that your own fears are keeping you from showing up in this energy of the Queen of Wands, of showing your passionate side. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is that you're kind of putting the fear in the back burner. It's there, you recognize that it's there, but you're no longer letting it be your driving force or be the one manipulating you into settling or not even trying. you're taking back your power is what I'm getting with the Queen of Wands. But now I'm going to move into what changes it is that the universe is bringing your way. Ooh, interesting. We have the 8th house with Venus in Scorpio and the key term secrets. And to clarify this energy, I feel a lot of you guys, you are kind of, I don't really like to use this word destined, but I feel like you are kind of destined to be in the public eye or to be a leader of sorts, or like do something of your own, something that is of you, something that you build from the ground up. Yeah, I don't think you guys are meant to be followers. But we do have the 7 of coins upright with persistence, manifesting ideas, and hard work pays. Okay, so with this energy of secrets, I do feel like universe is exposing something or revealing something to you. Something that will allow for you to level up, ascend, and or grow. Clarity is being given to you. And because we do have a lot of like symbols and motifs in the secrets card, you could be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities from the universe that are there to guide you and or are there to bring you some clarity about, it could be about a career path or about maybe a business venture or about your life direction, life path. Yeah, because the 8th house is the house of shared finances and resources. And then the 7 of coins is all about growth. It's also a card of healing. And then Scorpio energy is very healing as well. It talks about deep healing and transformation, endings and beginnings. So if it's not guidance, well, it is guidance either way, but what will be revealed to you could be pertaining to another area of life. But this being revealed to you, I feel it will set you free. Because we do have this person climbing this ladder. So it's like there was something that was keeping you stuck. And it was because you felt like you didn't have enough clarity when it came to it. An example that is coming to mind, because we do have this energy of Venus, it's like someone being stuck on a relationship or stuck on a person because they were confused about whether this relationship was going to work or whether this person was ever going to come forward to express their feelings or whether they were ever going to commit or whether something was ever going to happen with this individual. And maybe focusing so much on this person or focusing so much on this relationship was distracting you from other areas of your life, like distracting you from pursuing your dreams or committing to your dreams full on or being consistent with your work or consistent with your personal growth. Yeah, so I feel like something was distracting you or was keeping you stuck in some way. It could even be that maybe you were waiting for someone, someone to come around, someone to commit. And because you were waiting for this person, you weren't allowing yourself to maybe date other people. Or maybe you were hesitating on moving or relocating because moving or relocating would mean you creating physical distance between you and the person that you were waiting on. And so like there was someone or something that was keeping you from leveling up, from moving on, from growing. What is happening is that universe is helping you out by giving you the clarity that you need. It's like the information that is being given to you by the universe, it's something that you can't deny. It will kind of force you to make up your mind or to put an end to something or to settle on a decision. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, so there will be no more secrets that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you guessing, that are keeping you confused, that are keeping you from climbing this ladder and obtaining your blessings. Yeah, but I do feel like a lot of you will be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. That's kind of a change that the universe is bringing in for you. You feeling more connected with the divine, you feeling more connected with the universe, you feeling more connected with your intuition, possibly even your psychic abilities. Because it's like you're getting constant confirmation, reassurance from the universe. Like you take one step and then you get a confirmation that this is the right step or you're on the right path. And that kind of encourages you to keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And these confirmations don't just have to be like signs and synchronicities. They could be actual like manifestations or blessings. It's like receiving validation. Receiving some external and or internal validation. Yeah, so let's say like if you're working on a project for a specific line of work, once you finish this project, you get an internal validation. You feel intrinsically motivated by what it is that you're doing, because what it is that you're doing is bringing you fulfillment. And that in itself, that sense of fulfillment is the validation, the confirmation that you are on the right path. Or let's say you finish a project for a line of work and you also get external validation because you get praise for the work that you do, or you're getting profit from the work that you do. And so it's all a confirmation that this line of work is the line of work for you, or this path that you are on is the path for you. So that's what I'm getting with these two cards. Like you're getting confirmation, validation, internal and external validation. And that all motivates you to keep on going. And if there is something that you are quite hesitant about, or that you're not so sure about, or if you are ever going off course per se, again, it's the same thing. I feel like universe will communicate something to you that will let you know that you're going off course, or the way you're going about things is possibly not the best way to go about things, that there's a better path, a path of least resistance. Yeah, I feel like you will be constantly guided by the universe. We do have this Sphinx here, and I didn't mention ancestors with the crow, so I do feel like you will also be working not only with ancestral energy, but also with deities. It's possible. Yeah, so I feel like you have really powerful beings of light working on your side or working with you through these changes. Because I did say at the beginning that I felt your spirit guides coming together in order to make preparations for a huge transition or change in your life. And I feel like, yeah, a lot of higher beings are coming together to work with you throughout this time. Because it's almost like they're saying it's time for you to step into your power. It's time for you to level up, is what I'm getting with the 7 of Coins. I feel like you guys have been kind of on the same level or on the same phase for quite a while, and it feels almost overdue. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of you have spent a lot of time, invested a lot of your energy into downplaying yourselves, or into focusing on other things that didn't require of your focus. And I will be honest, it kind of feels like you were focusing on other things as a distraction, kind of like an excuse not to like focus on you and see your potential, or develop your skills, or grow in your career. Or I will say this, try and fail. Because as optimistic as I want to be, I can't say that everything that we're going to try out in life, we're going to succeed in a way that like society expects us to succeed. We might experience some failures, some trials and errors, but it's all part of growth. And I do see you succeeding in that. Even if you so-called fail, you will still take with you a lot of valuable lessons. Yeah, but there might be a lot of things that you try out and you might need to try out again, or redo, start all over. But it's all part of the journey. And so with the Queen of Wands here and with the 7 of Coins energy, it's like still knowing this, that you might need to try again, that you might need to start over. You're still going for it. You're no longer letting those things hold you back. Yeah, and I feel like universe is no longer letting any insecurities or self-doubt keep you from experiencing life and experiencing yourself, or keep you from growing. It's like anything that brings doubt into your life, your universe will expose it. If there is someone who isn't good for you, or if there is an opportunity or an offer that isn't good for you, universe won't hesitate on exposing it. Like, they'll be pretty quick about it, because they don't want for you to spend your energy on things that aren't going to bring anything of value into your life, or are just going to take from you without giving anything in return. So if something begins but then it ends pretty quickly, know that that's universe exposing something to you, letting you know, nope, this isn't it. This isn't it. So don't try to make it work because this ain't it. Don't get attached to it because this ain't it. And like, the more that you try to make it work, and if it isn't for you, the more you will find yourself kind of hitting a wall or find it falling apart. Yeah, so if you're going for something and you see that you're really struggling with it, or every time you try to build it, like a sandcastle, it just falls through, it doesn't stay up, then that's universe's way of letting you know, this is not for you. This isn't it. This isn't going to bring you fulfillment. This isn't going to last long. This isn't going to bring anything of value into your life. You're past this. You're done with this. Let's move on to something else. And I feel like this will pertain to all areas of life, with relationships, with creative endeavors, with habits, with routines, mindsets, beliefs. Yeah, so the vibe I'm getting with these two cards, it's like universe, especially your spirit team, isn't playing games. They aren't playing games. And I feel like you are going to have new spirit guides by this point. Yeah, because I'm getting major vibes of like deities or higher beings. Yeah, because our spirit team, it can change. Our spirit guides, they can change over time depending on life phase we're going through, what lessons we're learning, and so forth. So I feel like by this point you're gonna get pretty strict spirit guides or very hardcore deities working with you. They're gonna be pretty upfront with you, pretty direct, pretty blunt. So don't expect any sugar coating during this time. The other thing I'm getting with these two cards is that another change that the universe is bringing in for you is, which is quite strange because I feel like this is also coming from within, from you, is that you won't feel a need to share your personal stuff with the world or with people around you. You will find yourself working on projects behind the scenes and seeing them through first before you expose them to the world or expose them to others. And I feel like this, keeping things private or being more private will help you maintain your energy, or like focus only your energy on the things that you are working on like your personal pursuits, on your personal goals, or on your projects and so forth. It will help keep you focused. It will help keep you motivated, and it will help keep you consistent. Yeah, because often I feel like when we start talking about our plans, our ideas, we kind of put a lot of the energy that we could have put in working on the ideas and just talking about them. And then we're not left with enough energy or motivation to actually work on our ideas to make them happen. Or the secrets card could also speak about jealousy and envy. So if we start sharing our plans with others, there could be some folk who are dealing with envy or jealousy, and they could kind of project that onto you by, sharing with you their limited opinions or limited beliefs, or projecting their own fears and insecurities onto you. So sometimes it's best to keep certain things to ourselves, kind of like do first, talk later kind of thing. But because this is a change coming from the universe, I feel like universe will make it so that you can't talk about your projects with others. So this could be something like, let's say if you end up working with a company or with a label, or you end up collaborating with someone who is in the public eye, you might end up signing a contract that states you can't share with others what it is that you're working on until the project has been completed. Yeah, so like universe will make it so that you will get into this habit of like working first and then talking later, or like get into this habit of having your work speak for itself. And I feel like that will benefit you a lot, because like mentioned, it kind of helps you maintain or keep your energy safe, or keep it focused on what it needs to be focused on. You're going to see more growth or more progress once you start doing this. Yeah, of course, if you're collaborating or working with a team, you are going to share with your team what you're working on, but it's like with outside folks, with the outside world. Yeah, but those are all the messages I am getting with these cards thus far. I do want to point out the zodiac signs that we have here in case they are of significance. So we do have Cancer, we have Pisces and Libra, and we also have Scorpio. So we have all the 3 water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So some of you could be water, sun, moon, or rising sign, or spring or summer season could be of significance. I did mention a window of time, July to December, but just to get more information about like important time frames and such, I'm going to pull out some numbers. Oh, and then with the Queen of Wands, we do have some fire signs. So Sagittarius, Leo, and or Aries. But let me pull out some numbers. Ooh, okay. So we have quite a few. So we have the number 9. Ooh. We have the number 6, the number 4, 11. Oh, we have 2 11s. 11 might be a number that you could be seeing often, repeated 11s. Whenever I see repeated 11s, it makes me think of manifestations. Like something is going to manifest, or you are attracting something positive into your life. And then we do have the number 7. So yeah, we have June and July. That's Cancer season. So Cancer season is definitely of significance for a lot of you. The month of September, the month of April could be of importance, as well as the month November. Or November 11 could be an important date. Yeah, but these numbers could also be representing important dates of a month. But now I just want to wrap up this reading by pulling out extra oracle cards to get any last messages, advice, and or guidance from Spirit or from the universe. So let's see. Okay. So we have, what has happened is old news. Nothing is stagnant and everything moves forward. Revel in the knowing that you are always creating new news. Yeah, so this message here is reminding me of the Secrets card and the 7 of Coins, because I do feel like something that was stagnant or something that you were stuck on, you're going to get unstuck when it comes to it. Or if something did all of a sudden become stagnant, you're going to see movement again when it comes to it. Okay, but let's see what other message. Ooh. And we have, abundance is on its way as much as you allow. Be open to receiving. Yes, please, please, please don't downplay yourselves. Be open to receiving your blessings and your abundance. If good things are happening for you, be open to it. Don't start questioning it. Don't start doubting it. Don't start measuring up, trying to see if you're worthy of it. You are worthy of it. You're the one who is creating this abundance for yourself. You're attracting it. Be open to it. You worked hard for this. You put effort, time, and energy into this. It's yours. Okay. One more message. Oh, okay. Boom. So we have, practice the art of allowing. Get in touch with your inner being and activate your own guidance system. So again, we have hands touching. So I am seeing collaboration and partnership for you guys. But again, we have this message of allowing. Be receptive, be open. A lot is coming your way. You are attracting a lot of blessings and abundance, whatever abundance means to you personally. I also see you attracting really great partnerships and relationships into your lives. So be open to receiving love and affection from others. We do have the planet Saturn here, which is making me think of commitment. So I am seeing long-term relationships or a long-term partnership. Yeah, and again, this is making me think of like a spiritual connection or being spiritually connected to others or of a psychic link. Yeah, a lot of the people who you will be working with are people who were being divinely sent to you, or you were divinely guided to, or you attracted. These are people who match you energetically, or like I said, you have a soul connection with these individuals. And again, all these symbols here are making me think of signs and synchronicities. So when you're about to connect with someone or work with someone and you start seeing a lot of positive signs and synchronicities, that's just universe again letting you know you are on the right path. This connection or partnership or relationship is meaningful. And I didn't mention long-term partnerships, and I do see that for you guys, but I just want to remind you guys that a connection doesn't have to be long-term in order for it to be meaningful. You know, it could be a short-term kind of connection, and it could be just as important, just as valuable, just as meaningful as a long-term connection. Yeah, I do feel called to mention that to you guys. And then 1111. I know a lot of people associate seeing 1111 with like divine connections and or partnerships. Yeah, so I definitely see you experiencing or coming into like a divine union, if that's how you want to see it, or like coming into union with a divine counterpart possibly. But these are all the messages I am seeing for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, then please leave a like or a comment. If you are new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and a huge thank you to all of you who took a moment to watch the ads, since that is the most simplest way to support me and to support this channel. So if you did, I truly do appreciate it. But that is all for now. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, and until the next moment, bye bye. Hello you guys who chose group 3, bienvenidos to your reading. So I have listed over here everything that is going to be covered in this reading. So I will start off by sharing with you what I picked up on when connecting with the energy of your group. Once I have done that, I will then shuffle the decks in order to find out 3 things. We will first look into what offers and opportunities are coming your way. And once we have done that, we will then find out what are the changes that you yourself are currently creating in your life and how it is that you're bringing these changes about. And lastly, we are going to see what are the changes and or shifts that universe is bringing in and or creating for you and why. And to wrap up the reading, I'm simply going to pull out extra oracle cards to get any last messages and or advice from spirit or from the universe, okay? But now let's get started. So I am getting a very chill and relaxed vibe from this group. No specific messages came to mind when tapping into the energy of this group. I just kept hearing songs, songs in my mind. I heard a Disney song, and then I heard a song by Rihanna, and then I saw someone in my mind's eye just dancing in their seat to the rhythm of the music, and I also saw someone knitting. Yeah, so this could be indicating that you are going to experience very soon, if you aren't already, some really chill, laid back and relaxed times. Some of you could be indulging and or spending more time enjoying hobbies of yours, or you could be finding new hobbies to enjoy. Yeah, so I do see you having a lot of free time or downtime, or any free time or downtime that you do get, you are choosing to fill it up with things that bring you pleasure, things that you enjoy doing, things that are solely for you to enjoy. But I do also get this feeling of mending something. So some of you could soon be repairing something. It could literally be an object, a thing, possibly a clothing item. Maybe some of you are going to get into restoration, or what just came to mind is reupholstering or repurposing items. Or you could be getting into sewing projects, knitting projects, or discovering that you're pretty good at that. But I also feel like mending is referring to healing something within, inner healing. Or what I'm getting in specific, it's like repairing a project, repairing something that was falling through. It could be also like a relationship. What is coming to mind in specific, it's like a business, a project. it feels like something that you started, but you stopped midway with it, or you kind of left it in midair, or you dropped it, and now you're picking it back up again, and you're starting where you left off, or you're starting all over again, or you're going back to something to fix it. You know, it's kind of like, let's say if you were doing a knitting project and you left it midway, you just left it sitting there for months and months, and then you decide to go back to it. You could undo, you know, some of the last stitches, I don't know the correct terminology, that you did, because over time it loosened up, or maybe you kind of didn't do such a great job at the end, and so you're kind of like undoing what you last did, and you're starting from there. So I feel like that could be applied to a project or something that you were invested in the past but didn't get to finish. What is also coming to mind, it's like an education. Yeah, because it could be that you were going to school, but for whatever reason you had to take a break from school, and maybe a while has passed, and when you choose to go back to school, you have to retake certain courses, or maybe you have to start something all over again in order to then be able to complete it. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for this group. Ooh, it took me a while to get that thought across, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for you guys. But now I'm going to move into the cards before I keep on rambling. So we will first look at what offers and opportunities are being presented to you. These are offers and opportunities that are coming your way. Okay? So okay. Ooh! This card is really popular. It always comes up in general readings. This one came up for group 1, but it came up for like a different section. If you are called to also take a listen at group 1, then please do so, because there could be some messages there for you as well. But we have the 10th house with Jupiter in Capricorn and the key term control. And here we have Zeus sitting down, resting his feet upon the earth. And now I'm gonna just pull out a clarifying card. I always kind of fail when trying to shuffle this deck. I do a pretty good job when I'm off camera, but when I start recording, mega fails. Okay. Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands upright with conflict, clash of egos, and fights. I'm getting major vibes of an authoritative figure or of a higher up. You know, like a boss, a supervisor, a manager, a teacher, a leader, or this could also be representing like an important company or industry, a label, agency. Okay, so I do feel like you guys will be presented with an opportunity to either showcase your skills, or maybe this is not the best way to phrase it, but I am getting vibes of competition. So you could be getting an opportunity to compete or to kind of fight for a position or for a role or for a title is the other thing I'm getting. Yeah, because with the control card, this could also be representing an institution. So it could be, for example, an institution like a school, a university that offers you an opportunity to compete, like at a, I don't know, do they do that in university, like a decathlon, or be a part of a debate team? Or it could also be something to do with like an athletic competition, where you are representing the school, the university, or you are representing a department is the other thing I'm getting. And you are the face. You're the face of the school, the face of the department. So I also see you taking on a leadership role, or that being the opportunity or the offer that is being given to you to take on a leadership role, to be the leader of a team, or to be, like I said, the face of a team, the face of an institution, the face of a company. Be the representative. Because this control card speaks about having a very important responsibility. So, being the representative of an institution seems like a very important responsibility, or being the leader of a team is also a huge responsibility. Or you could be given an offer to kind of oversee a project or to supervise a team. Some of you could be literally getting a promotion at your workplace, or you could be ascended, to a higher level of position, and this higher level of position comes with new responsibilities or more important responsibilities. Because the 5 of Wands, it's giving me this vibe of someone kind of needing to be on task, or someone needing to be quite disciplined. And it's interesting how I got a very chill and relaxed vibe at the beginning, because this 5 of Wands is anything but chill. So yeah, it could be that universe is giving you a break before you take on this role, or before you're giving these opportunities, because they know how demanding it is going to be. Because whatever role that you're taking on, it does feel like it comes with a lot of responsibilities, with a lot of demands, and with quite some pressure as well. It could be pressure from other authority figures, from higher ups, or it could be just, your own pressure of wanting to do well, wanting to do a good job. Yeah, I will say this doesn't feel like a super light energy. It does feel like an energy that will ask quite a lot from you. It could be, discipline, it could be commitment, it could be consistency. Yeah, because we do have this energy of control. So I'm also getting a vibe of, having to manage your temper. Yeah, because we do have in the 5 of Wands someone literally screaming or yelling. Yeah, so whatever role is being offered to you, because I do feel like it's a role, a position. It's a role that is going to ask of you to keep level-headed, to keep grounded. Yeah, because now I'm thinking of Michael Scott. If you are the manager, if you're the boss, if you're a leader of a team or a group of people, it wouldn't look good, or it wouldn't help if you lost it whenever a problem arises, or whenever there was a challenge, or whenever there was a team member or someone in the group who wasn't collaborating or wasn't following instructions or something like that. Because, if the leader, if the one at the forefront loses their cool, then everybody loses their cool. Because you are the pillar, or you will be asked to be the pillar, or kind of the foundation that's keeping everything upright, everything together, or the glue that keeps everyone together. I mentioned Michael Scott because, that scene where there's a fire, I think, and he just kind of loses it. He starts yelling at everyone to stay calm, but he's anything but calm himself. Yeah, so I feel like whatever role or position is being offered to you is one where you are the one who is going to have to or needs to keep everything in control, or to keep everyone else on task. And you might think, what's so great about this? Well, because we do have the energy of the 10th house here with Jupiter, I do feel like this will help you, kind of level up when it comes to your career, when it comes to your profession, because you are gaining a higher level of authority. You are, for example, if this is a promotion, you're not only gaining a high level of authority or a higher position, but you could also, and you will be getting a higher pay or better benefits. And for a lot of you, this could also be a perfect opportunity to showcase your talents, or to gain more experience, add more things to your portfolio or to your resume. And it will also help with strengthening your leadership skills and abilities. And also with knowing how to face challenges, how to find solutions to problems that arise, how to get creative as well, how to think outside of the box, or how to be resourceful is the other thing I'm getting. So I don't know, with this, with Sue sitting here with this feet resting on earth. I also get this vibe of someone who is able to come up with solutions on the spot, like get pretty creative. This is someone who is quite ingenuitive or has amazing critical thinking. Yeah, like this is someone who always finds a way. And I feel like this is kind of the energy you guys are stepping into. Through taking on these roles or these opportunities, I feel like it's going to help you into embodying this energy where you're not intimidated by challenges. Instead, you face them head on. Yeah, you don't see challenges as an obstacle. You just see them as what they are, challenges. You know, kind of like a puzzle. Yeah, and the other thing I'm getting is emotional regulation, because Zeus here looks pretty zen, pretty calm. Maybe that's why I was getting such a chill vibe at the beginning, because, you know, even if your external environment is pretty chaotic, even if you do have a lot of responsibilities or a lot of tasks to fulfill, you are still finding some inner peace within. You are still quite grounded. Yeah, because literally we have Zeus resting his feet on earth. So this energy here is very, very grounded. Yeah, so this isn't someone who loses their cool at the sight of a problem or at the interference or delays or setbacks or anything of the sort. This is someone who has also practiced patience. So I do see you kind of, you know, evolving, growing, practicing patience, practicing emotional regulation, practicing being level-headed, making rational decisions, not being so impulsive. But if you ever need to make a decision on the spot, kind of learning how to make a decision on the spot, kind of learning how to weigh your pros and cons fairly quickly, or be selective, possibly rationalize things, like have critical thinking and so forth. Yeah, I feel like this is all important when taking on roles such as a leadership position, or needing to make executive decisions, or looking out for a team, you know, needing to make a decision for an entire team. Yeah, so if you guys are like aiming or wanting to be an entrepreneur, or are wanting to be, you know, kind of like the head of a company, or you do want to be some kind of leader, you know, like for example, a spiritual leader, a guide, a teacher, a professor, a mentor, someone who is there to guide others or be an example to others, then I feel like taking on roles that kind of ask for you to be at the forefront would really help with you growing your skills and also growing as a person and learning how to take on such an important role and having such important responsibilities, you know, because to lead, to be a guide to others, that's a huge, huge responsibility. Because our actions, they speak louder than our words, right? So if you're preaching all these amazing things, but your actions go against what it is that you're preaching, it doesn't look so great. And it will be a little bit more difficult for people to believe in what it is that you are preaching, or to have faith in you as a leader, to follow you. And we humans, we tend to be more inspired by action, because that's something more concrete, that's something more tangible. Because words, even though powerful and inspiring, they can only do so much. Most of us, we learn by example. So I do see you being the example to many through your actions. Yeah, and the Five of Wands is all about action. How it is that you respond and or react and or interact with others, how it is that you handle difficult situations and so forth. Yeah, so I won't sugarcoat it. I do feel like this offer is going to be one that is going to ask a lot from you, but it's also going to come with its perks and with its benefits. You are going to learn a lot from it. It might be difficult at times. You might struggle with it at times, but I do see you learning so much from this opportunity and or offer. Yeah, because the other thing is like learning how to work under pressure, because that could also help in your personal life as well. Like if you're going through a difficult time in your personal life, you won't feel at a loss of control. Yeah, it's like the more challenges you face, and every time you overcome a challenge, the less intimidated you will be by the next challenge, or the trust in yourself will grow more and more. trusting that you will be able to find a solution, or trusting that you will be able to find an alternative, or trusting that you will be able to see yourself through this challenge. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting when it comes to an offer and opportunity. I definitely see this being about a role, a position. I offered a chance to represent a company, a group, or be the leader of a team, supervise a project, oversee a project, or possibly even teach and guide others. Or like I said, an opportunity to showcase your talents, showcase your skills, showcase your knowledge, because I do feel like some of you could be part of a competition. It could be a sports competition, it could be an academic kind of competition, or it could have something to do with entertainment as well, like a survival program. I've seen a lot of like K-pop groups go through survival programs. It's pretty intense, and I feel sometimes it's very unfair to put so much pressure on such young people, such young folks, and have their dreams be the thing that's at stake, you know, the dream to debut, to perform, to be an idol. Even though I find it very unfair, that's like my personal opinion, but I also see that they do get to learn a lot from these survival programs. They do get to strengthen a lot of their skills because they are also able to identify what their weaknesses are. And a lot of them get to turn those weaknesses into their strengths. So yeah, there's a lot of self-discovery that also happens by taking such important roles. Because the word that just came to mind is self-made. So someone who kind of has to work with what they got, make something out of what they got, and that makes them very resourceful, that makes them very creative, or it allows for them to exercise that creative muscle. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. It's like this opportunity or offer is also presenting you with an opportunity to grow as an individual, grow in your career, grow in your profession, possibly even become a master at a craft, or a master at a subject, a topic. Be known as one of the best. Because we literally have Zeus here. Zeus is like the god of all the gods and goddesses in Olympus. But now I'm going to move into what are the changes that you are creating for yourself. Sorry, if I pause, it's because it's getting pretty loud over here. But let's see. What changes are you creating yourself? So we have the 4th house with Mercury in Cancer and the key term intuition. I am noticing the name Gabriel here, or Gabriel. That's making me think of Archangel Gabriel. So some of you could be currently working with Archangel Gabriel, or Archangel Gabriel is currently working very closely with you. It could be part of your spirit team. Okay, but to clarify this energy. Okay. So we have the 3 of Cups upright with parties, indulgence, and happiness. So the 3 of Cups is making me think of festivities, gatherings, celebrations. Yeah, and since we do have the 4th house here, which is the house of home and family, some of you could be attending a family celebration or family festivities, or could be gathering with your family to celebrate some good news. Yeah, because then we do have the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communications. Yeah, so you could be sharing really good news with your family very soon, or someone in your family could be sharing some really good news, and that will be called for celebration. But because we do have the key term intuition here, I do feel like a lot of you are currently working, or you have been working towards strengthening your intuition and or your connection to your intuition, because I do see that a change you soon will be experiencing because of your making is you having a really strong intuition, or possibly even strong psychic abilities. because we do have the energy of the Three of Cups here, I also feel like your connection with your loved ones will be deepening or growing stronger. I'm getting vibes like of a psychic link, or psychically, intuitively picking up on your loved ones. So knowing when your loved ones or your close ones are feeling unwell, or when they're going through something, or when they're lying to you or keeping something hidden from you, like you'll be able to tell. You'll just know. I also get the feeling of someone kind of knowing how to read others. Or the other thing I'm getting, if it doesn't have to do with like psychic abilities, is just having this better understanding of those who are around you. Because, you know, we all have different personalities. We all communicate differently. We all show love and affection differently. So it's kind of you getting an idea, an understanding of how each person you are close to demonstrates affection, or kind of like the behaviors, the personality of each person. So I do see your relationships kind of strengthening. Yeah, because I did speak at the beginning about mending and possibly mending certain relationships. So yeah, a lot of you could be mending certain relationships, or like I said, strengthening certain connections. What the vibe I'm getting here, it's like you're letting go of expectations. You're accepting people as they are. You're not waiting for them to change or waiting for them to kind of adapt to you, or this might sound like a harsh way to put it, but kind of fit your idea of perfection. You know, because sometimes we forget that everyone has a different love language. And because we forget this, we expect for others to love us in the way that we want to, instead of just accepting the way that they demonstrate love and affection. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. It's like you're no longer waiting or expecting. You're seeing things as they are. You're taking people at face value. And I feel like that is allowing for your relationships to deepen and to grow. Because it's like you're either taking off the rose tinted lenses, or you're no longer putting people on pedestals, or you're letting go of the idea of someone and instead seeing the person as they are. And so that allows for you to really get to know someone, even though you know we never really get to know someone in a lifetime, because humans are so complex. But it's like you get to know someone as much as you can in the moment as you're with them. So one of the other things I'm seeing that you are changing, it's like you having more open and honest communication with friends, with your community, with your family, with your loved ones. And this might sound strange, but the other thing I'm seeing as well is kind of learning how to read in between the lines. It's not about overthinking or overanalyzing, but again, it's kind of like understanding people's language, people's way of communicating. Like, for example, if you have a romantic partner, and whenever you ask them, "Are you okay?" and they reply with, "I'm fine." By this point, you might know that when they say "I'm fine" in that snappy tone, it most likely means that there is something wrong, that they aren't fine. And so you might know to give them space, or you might know to reassure them, or to comfort them, or to ask them what is truly wrong, to kind of push. It all depends, right? So it's like you're acknowledging the intricacy of each individual in your life. And though that might seem like a lot of work, I'm not getting that it's a lot for you, because again, we have this energy of intuition. It feels like it comes quite naturally, quite like organically. You don't really have to overthink it. You don't have to analyze it so much. You don't have to break it down. It just comes like naturally to you, like, okay, that person is having a bad day, or that person needs their space, or that person possibly may want to talk this out. So like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with these two cards. Yeah, and again, I'm being reminded of like emotional regulation, because we do have someone here meditating, again, being quite zen, being quite grounded, quite calm. Yeah, so another change you are creating for yourself is you learning how to detach from certain situations, or not take things so personally. Maybe some of you have been working towards that, you know, like if a person is not showing as much as affection as usual, you're not taking it personally or right off the bat assuming that it has something to do with you. You're taking a moment, you're stepping back from the situation, you're seeing the person with an objective kind of perspective, and you're considering that maybe they had a really bad day at work, or maybe they're just not in a good mood. It's one of those days, but it has nothing to do with you. So, like, based on the person and what you know of them, you might know that they need some time to cool off, or they need some time to themselves, or maybe they need a nap, or maybe they need a snack, maybe they need a shoulder to lean on or to cry on, or just someone to be there for them. So yeah, it's like learning how to detach from certain situations in order to see things objectively and not take things personally. Or the other thing I'm seeing, it's like not take things on yourself, like not take on other people's problems and try to solve them, or not try and take on other people's emotions, make them your own by taking something personally, but it's creating that space. We do have like this wavy thing here, and for whatever reason, it's making me think of boundaries, like setting your boundaries in that way where you're identifying, okay, this is them, this is their emotions, this is what they're going through, and this is me, this is what I'm actually feeling right now. So I know that I'm quite calm right now, I know that I'm quite good, and this anger that I'm sensing intuitively or empathically, it's coming from them, from over there, it's not me. So I can detach from that emotion, from that feeling, because it's not of me. It's not for me to process it. So that's kind of also what I'm getting, because I do feel like you guys are highly sensitive to energy. You could also be quite an empath, so you are able to pick on other people's emotions. Yeah, because we have all this water energy. Water is associated with the realm of feelings and emotions. So I do feel like you're quite empathic and empathetic. So you might have often struggled with taking on other people's energies or emotions, or confusing your emotions with the emotions of others. Yeah, and so you might have often felt like your emotions were going haywire, like you were all over the place, or you felt all over the place. And what I see that you've been doing is kind of learning how to discern what is of you and what isn't, how to place your boundaries, how to cleanse your energy, learning about emotional regulation, and like how to ground, how to self-soothe as well, how to center, how to find and connect with your inner peace. And all these exercises, because I feel like a lot of you have been doing exercises, or have been maybe possibly learning some ways to self-soothe or self-regulate. All these things, they have been helping you. They have been teaching you a lot about yourself and what your needs are, and how to meet those needs, and how to best connect with others in a way that doesn't negatively affect you. So I feel like all that is what is creating this beautiful change here, where you are able to connect with others while having your boundaries at play, while having that discernment, having that distinction, and knowing when it's time to step back, like knowing how to respond to certain situations and to other people's responses and reactions as well. I also feel with the Three of Cups that you are learning to trust more and more in yourself. We kind of talked about that with the Control card. Like trust more in your intuition, or you are learning how to go within and ask yourself like the important questions, and how to kind of pull out the answers from within. Because with the Three of Cups, with the energy of the fourth house, I feel like a lot of you're very family based, or you do care a lot about what your family thinks or what your loved ones think. So for example, if there is something that you are wondering about, if you are trying to make up your mind about something, if you're about to make a very important decision, maybe you are someone who likes to go ask for other people's opinion or get a second opinion from your loved ones. Maybe you go and ask them if they think something is right or something is wrong, if you're being over dramatic, or if it is a cause for you to feel angry or upset about something. And it's kind of to get reassurance and to get validation. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's often good to ask for a second opinion, but I feel like when we rely too much on that external validation, that kind of external reassurance and confirmation, we can start losing a bit of self-trust. We can become too reliant on others, so much so that we'll find ourselves not being able to make a decision on our own because we need that reassurance and confirmation from others, or we find ourselves making decisions that are not really of us, or taking actions that are not really of us, but instead are what we think is right or what others told us to do. And so they are decisions, choices, and our actions that are not in alignment with who we truly are. So if that resonates with you, I do feel like what you have been doing is kind of learning how to also consider yourself. Maybe before asking anyone else for a second opinion, you going within first to ask yourself, what do you think? How do you feel about the situation? What do you think is the best course of action? And kind of keeping that in mind, keeping that at your forefront. And then when you do ask for advice, you consider the advice, but you don't take it on as truth. You kind of just use it to weigh out the pros and cons, or kind of think things a little bit more through. But at the end of the day, you go with what your gut is telling you. You go with what feels right to you. I feel like that's another change you guys are creating, is you trusting more in yourself and you feeling comfortable and confident with making decisions on your own. And sometimes making decisions without running it by others, without asking for others' opinion, just making a decision on your own and learning how to take accountability for your choices, decisions, and actions. Because sometimes it's true. I can't say that every single time that we decide to trust in ourselves and make a decision, things are going to go smoothly. We might experience some hiccups along the way, some bumps in the road, but it's knowing that it's okay, that things don't always have to go smoothly perfect, and that if there are bumps on the roads, we can take responsibility for it and accountability. We don't have to be hard on ourselves. We don't have to put ourselves down. We could just learn, from those bumps on the road. We can learn and better prepare for next time that we need to make a similar decision. Yes, because I am getting this vibe of someone having acquired a lot of wisdom, someone accepting their humanity and their divinity, because this person over here, it's kind of reminding me of a deity, and then the Three of Cups feels very human to me. So it's accepting both aspects, or all aspects of yourself. You are spirit living a human experience, but you are also human, right? You're also imperfect, and it's okay to accept our imperfection and accept that we don't know everything, and that we're going to learn along the way. And I feel like having that realization, having that knowing, allows us to be a little bit more loose, a little less hard on ourselves. Maybe not take things so seriously, or take ourselves so seriously to the point that we become so rigid that if there ever is some harsh winds, or if there ever is a storm, we'll easily crack or break. We can become flexible and fluid, going with the flow, even the flow of a storm, if a storm ever arises. Yeah, because the other thing I'm getting here, it's someone who is very highly spiritual, but they also allow themselves to be human, because being spiritual doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself. Being spiritual doesn't mean that you can't feel pleasure, because you still have to fulfill some human desires, like eating, for example, or, dancing to music when your body is calling you to. So yeah, I do see someone embracing their spiritual side, but also embracing their human side. Yeah, so I am also seeing a balance between your spiritual practices and your human desires, let's call it. Like there's time for you to go out and have fun or enjoy your hobbies, enjoy being out with your friends and stuff like that. But there's also time for you to sit in introspection, to meditate, to go within, to be in stillness. And the Three of Cups also represents gossip. And gossip is looked down upon. It's not something that is celebrated, especially in the spiritual community. But what I'm getting from gossip, it's like someone who rants, or someone who kind of like expresses frustration, or allows for them to feel through like those emotions that are often frowned upon. So what I'm seeing is that, again, you're not suppressing your humanness. If you're feeling frustrated, you're allowing yourself to feel frustrated because this is just an emotion. Yeah, it's like being spiritual doesn't mean being perfect. Being spiritual simply means being aware and being mindful and being conscious. The other change I'm seeing that you yourself are creating, it's like in the way that you approach your spiritual practice or spirituality, or this idea of perfection, or what it means to be a good person, or what it means to be a good citizen, or what it means to be enlightened or awakened. Like you're seeing things in a new perspective now. You're not putting so much pressure on yourself, or you're not pretending to be something that you actually aren't. Yeah, there might be some things that you want to improve on. There might be some habits and or tendencies that you might want to let go of, like for example gossiping. This is just an example, but let's say if you do tend to gossip a lot, maybe you don't like that about yourself, and it's okay to accept that. It's okay to accept that we don't like something about ourselves and that we are wanting and willing to change it. But in order to change something, we must first accept it. We must first acknowledge it. And acknowledging doesn't mean being critical about it, judging it, hating it, condemning it. It's simply acknowledging it. Like, okay, I acknowledge I do this. Okay, so then what can I do to change this about myself? What can I do to improve this situation? And then start taking those necessary actions. Yeah, so another change I see you creating is you just being less hard on yourself. Taking it easier is what I'm getting. You're still growing, you're still improving, but you're taking it easier. Things don't have to happen overnight, and usually they don't. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. But now I'm going to move into what changes the universe is creating for you. Okay, so we have the 7th house with Venus in Libra and the key term indecision. And to clarify this energy, we have the 8 of Wands upright with communications, rapid change, and domino effect. Ooh, okay. So the 7th house is the house of long-term partnerships, commitments, contracts, business partnerships as well. So I do feel like some of you have been at a crossroads because we do have this energy of indecision. There is something that you have been going back and forth about. There has been something that's been weighing heavy on your mind. You could have been kind of holding back and making a very important decision because you felt like you didn't have enough clarity, or you felt confused about the whole situation, or maybe you have been prolonging making a decision because you know that this decision is super important or life-changing. Maybe it requires for you to let go of something or to end something completely. Yeah, but with this angel being here, I do feel like it's very much like group 2. Universe is going to bring about clarity. They are going to, because we do have the 8 of Wands here, which speaks about information, message, or communication coming in pretty quickly. So I do feel like if you have been waiting for communication from someone in order to make a decision, or in order for you to make up your mind about something, this communication is coming in. Universe is making it happen because they see how much you have been stressing about this, whatever this may be. They know how important it is for you to receive this communication, or possibly even have a conversation with someone. And so they're gonna make this happen. Or it could be that some of you have been waiting for a decision. Maybe it's not so much about you needing to make a decision, but it's you waiting on someone else's decision. So for example, if you applied somewhere, you could be waiting for a reply, for an answer. Did you get accepted or did you not? Did you get approved or did you not? And again, if that happens to be the case, you will be getting an answer very, very soon. And whatever the answer is, whatever reply you're getting, it is going to, the feeling I'm getting, it's like it's going to free you. It could be free you from the stress of waiting, of not knowing, or the answer is going to allow for you to then make a decision of your own. Yeah, because I feel like some of you have been waiting for some approval, like you aren't able to move forward until you get this approval, or until you get this notification, or this green light, or something like that. And so once you receive this information that you've been waiting for, then you are able to move on. Yeah, but know that your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the divine, they are on your side. And we do have like this hourglass here with wings, and it's making me think of divine timing. So I do get the feeling that if things haven't been revealed yet, if you haven't gotten the clarity that you need, it's for a reason. It might have something to do with divine timing, or maybe your angels or your guides or the divine were simply waiting for the right moment for you to receive this communication, this answer, this reply, this information. You know, the vibe I'm getting in specific, it's like the divine or your angels weren't supposed to interfere when it comes to this. They were supposed to let things unfold organically or naturally. But seeing that you are so distressed about this, or seeing that it is taking a while, maybe a while for someone to reply, or they are seeing that you are finding it difficult to make up your mind, or for you yourself to obtain the clarity that you need, then that's why they are now choosing to interfere. Or it could be that you yourselves asked for assistance from the divine or from spirit. And as soon as you asked, your angels got on it. Your guides started working on this. And it feels, because we do have this Eight of Wands, which is a very immediate energy, it does feel very immediate. Like as soon as your angels, the divine spirit, interferes, things happen really quickly. Like nothing is delayed. Or whatever was delayed, like comes into play fairly quickly. So yeah, so if you haven't asked your angels, your guides, or the divine for assistance, this could be an advice from them, like a heads up, like, hey, we're here, you know, we would love to help you, but we do respect your free will, and we can only interfere if you give us permission to do so. So as soon as you ask us, as soon as you give us the green light to get on this, we will. We promise you that we will. So if you feel called to ask for assistance from the universe, please do so, because I feel like they are waiting. They're right here next to you, waiting for you to call on them. But I do feel like soon a decision will have to be made. Either you're making it or someone else is making it. But a decision will be made. And this is the change the universe is bringing in. Because there's no more dilly-dallying. Once the universe interferes, there's no more going back and forth. Yeah, because we do have this energy of domino effect. So it's like whatever was stuck gets unstuck, and then things start progressing from there. One thing leads to another. I also feel like you're gonna receive a lot of communication from your angels, from higher beings, from your spirit guides. Yeah, because this is a letter from the universe. So you are going to be receiving a lot of communication from the divine, from the universe, through signs and synchronicities, or through like actual messages, you know, conversations that people have with you. In those conversations, there's going to be a message from the universe. Or if you're reading a book, there's going to be messages in the book that you read from the universe. Something that stands out to you in a written form, or in some form of communication, that will be a message from the universe. from your guides. Yeah, and I feel like you are going to feel their presence as well. So a change you're going to be seeing that's coming from the universe, it's you feeling very closely connected with your spiritual team, with your angels if you believe in angels, with your guides, or even loved ones who have passed on. You might be dreaming about them a lot. You might feel their presence, their energy around you, especially when you are feeling sad or you are going through a very troublesome time. And I feel like they will make their presence known to you in some way. So you could be having a lot of very interesting experiences, spiritual experiences. Like you might be seeing a lot of feathers, and that could be a sign that your angels are around. You might be seeing a lot of repeated numbers. You might actually be getting visions, picking up on certain scents, like smelling roses when there's no roses around you, or seeing energy. Yeah, because we do have this energy of Venus and then the 7th house, Libra. Some of you could have been worried about your romantic love life or about a specific romantic relationship. And if you are single or you've been single and you've been worried about your romantic love life, this to me feels like reassurance from the universe or your spirit team that there is nothing to worry about. That if you haven't met the one or your partner, it's not because there isn't anyone out there for you. It's just because it's not time yet for you to come into union with your person. And it could be because your person is going through something at this moment, or because there's something in the works. That's what the vibe I'm getting. It's like your guides aren't worried. They know that everything is going to unfold perfectly for you. I just get this like nonchalant, not worried kind of vibe from your guides. I'm getting a bit of like excitement from them. Like they're excited about you meeting your person. And they know that when you meet, it will be like the perfect time. And they know that you yourself will feel like it's the perfect time. So it's like when you do meet them, like you'll know that it was supposed to be this way. You'll be reassured. It's the vibe I'm getting. And then with the 8 of Wands, yeah, I do feel like your guides will be reassuring you through some means. I don't know exactly how. But you could be getting a message. Maybe some of you could be getting a reading that would enlighten you about something that is just going to have you feeling more relaxed about the whole situation. Or you will be getting a direct message from your spirit guides about your love life or about your person. Or if you're going through a breakup, you could be receiving reassurance or clarity about why it didn't work out with this person, or why it was time to move on, or it is time to move on. Yeah, because I just get the feeling that when it comes to your love life, you are on the right path. Like you're heading in the right direction. Like they're not worried. That's what I'm getting. Like they're not worried, and so they're kind of asking you. I know this might sound very like insensitive, but they're kind of asking you to not stress about it. Like live your life right now. Live your single life. Live it to the fullest because you will eventually come into union with your person. But that's everything I'm seeing with these cards. So I just want to point out the zodiac signs that we have here in case they are significant. So we have Capricorn, Cancer, and Libra. But I do want to pull out some numbers just to see if there are any important dates or time frames that we need to know about. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like that's it. So we have the number 12. So the month of December could be of significance. We have the number 3. So the month of March. We have 10, October, and then we have 6. So the month of June could also be of significance. So these could be important months. I'm not giving a year because this is a timeless reading. So that's why I'm only focusing on the months and possibly the seasons, because Capricorn, Cancer, and our Libra season could be significant seasons for some of you guys. And we also got confirmation of these seasons with the numbers here. because Cancer season does start somewhere like towards the end of June. Libra, it's October, and then Capricorn is towards the end of December. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing with these cards. So just to wrap up this reading, I'm going to pull out extra oracle cards to get any last messages and or advice from Spirit or from the universe. Ooh. Okay, so we have release worry, know that everything is going to be all right. Yeah, so this is just kind of reiterating the last messages I was giving with the indecision and the 8 of Wands. Yeah, your spirit guides, your angels, your spirit team, they just want you to know that everything is going to be all right. There's no need for you to worry. I was going to say you're in the right hands, and we have a bunch of hands here. Yeah, Spirit has your back. I do advise for you to pay close attention to the imagery, because there's a lot of like symbols here that you might be seeing often. So like butterflies, white birds or doves, fire, we have a volcano, we have a crescent moon, an image of a sun, a crystal ball, an eye. Let's see what other messages the Spirit, your spirit guides have for you guys at this moment. So we have every problem is a messy, beautiful gift. And your last message is don't be a problem solver, be a solution allower. Yeah, so I guess you guys are learning how to allow for solutions. You have a lot of imagery of hands. So again, that reminds me of like being in the right hands. Or releasing. The other thing I'm getting, it's like, oh, which is interesting because we did have this energy of control, like releasing control. Knowing when it's best to release control of something. Kind of like give it to the universe or for your guides to take care of. And when it's the time to actually get hands-on with something. Yeah, because wisdom comes from knowing that we don't know everything and that we can't control everything. That we do have to surrender some of the things in order for us to see progress, evolution, and growth. Oh, and I just noticed we have an image of an eye on all 3 cards. Ooh, so this is making me think of the all-seeing, all-knowing eye of the universe. Yeah, universe, your guides, they're always with you, watching you, protecting you, guiding you. Yeah, so I feel like this is just like so many confirmations that you can rely, you can trust the universe, you can trust on your guides to help you out. They are always watching, so they always see and know where the path of least resistance is. They have a higher perspective. So if you ever feel at a loss, or you feel like you don't know what to do, or you feel like it's time to surrender something to the universe, then please surrender it. Ask the universe, your guides, for help. They will come through for you. They will, in one way or another. They might ask for you to wait, to wait it out. And it's not because they're not getting involved, but it's because they're working behind the scenes. Sometimes, I did mention this with group 1, sometimes it's best for us to wait, to not take immediate action, because sometimes things manage to work themselves out. And if we were to just be impulsive and take action, we could create more challenges or obstacles for ourselves. So if you don't have a clue as to how to go about something, then don't force it. Maybe that's a sign for you to let it be. Leave it to the universe. Leave it to maybe circumstance. Leave it to someone else to work it out, because maybe it's in someone else's hands. And all you have to do is wait. Okay? I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, that is the message that is coming through for you guys. But these are all the messages we have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought some guidance, some clarity. If it did, please leave a like or a comment. And if you're new to this channel and you want to stick around for more readings with me, Kim, then please do subscribe. I do offer personal readings. All the information is in my website, and the link to my website can be found in the description box down below. But wishing you a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching, and until the next moment, bye-bye.